Surprise, motherfucker!
Hey guys, welcome back to another tip video. So today I want to share an observation with you that, look, some people might not agree with, but for me it has worked time and time again. So I'm going to share it with you and you can decide if you want to use it or not. So today I want to chat about stealth and the use of suppressors for stealth. Firstly, in front of me, this wall of guns, all of these guns I've taken from other players. And with the exception of about 2 of them, all of them have suppressors. And I think that's largely because people feel that suppressors add a form of stealth element to your gameplay. Now, I want to challenge that. Let's say, for example, you're in a raid and you hear suppressed shots. 1, automatically you know that's a player, and another contractor. 2, you probably think they're pretty kitted and got some good gear with them. So what happens? Automatically your guard goes up, and then you'll either try and hunt them down, give them some third-party love while they're busy fighting somebody else, try catch them from behind, or you will set up an ambush depending on where you think they're coming from, or at the very, very least, you're going to carry on about your business, but you're going to be very cognizant that they're there, so they're not really going to be able to sneak up on you. Now let's compare that to what happens when you hear a scav shooting, or what sounds like one. Firstly, I mean, scavs can engage contractors at quite a range, so unless you actually hear the contractor shooting, and if you only hear the scav, you're not really going to go chase that down, because let's face it, even if you sneakily go and try and see where the scav's shooting at, there's a good chance that that player has taken a position, they can see the scav, and you don't know where they position, so there's a chance that you're going to wander into their sights, and you're going to be an easy picking for them. So, not the wisest of things to do. And this is where my point comes into, or what I'm thinking in terms of stealth. Firstly, scavs use a broad range of guns, right? They use M4 variants, they use AKs, G3s, some snipers, SMGs, quite a broad range of all unsuppressed guns. Now, my thought is that instead of running the suppressor, run another muzzle attachment, compensate or something. That gives you similar stats, improves the stats as well. The reason being is because if you're using one of those platforms, like for example the M4, you will sound like a scav. Now for a player, even if they hear 2 scavs shooting, unless they can say for certain that where the contractor is or which one's the contractor, they're going to be very hesitant about making a call on that. So let's face it, if we come across scavs, we typically most people do the same thing. We don't waste ammo, we find the scav and we do the old-fashioned head taps, 1 or 2, which is mostly the same way that scavs shoot as well, for the most part. So if you shoot, or you're coming across scavs and that's how you're dealing with them, even if they're firing back, they'll fire back similar. For a third party, that's going to be very hard, if not impossible, for them to differentiate that you are potentially a player. And this has worked for me time and time again, because I've been in situations where I've dealt with scavs, snuck into another room or another area of the map, and just caught a kitted player, totally unprepared, guard down, busy looting, and you catch them off guard, which is brilliant. Now, look, there are some caveats to that, right? I mean, if you're going to also dump, like I said, scavs don't really do that so much, so if you keep doing that, people can be like, okay, that is a player. Obviously if you're fighting another player, you sort of have to, but that's one way to give yourself away. The other is footsteps. If you're sprinting around, your footsteps sound different to scavs, so where possible, try either crouch walk or, be sneaky about it. Your footsteps will blend in a bit better and help you conceal your position. The third sort of caveat is some guns scavs don't use, like the XM5, those RBFs, whatever they are. Those have unique sounds. So for more experienced players, they could tell that, okay, that's a player if you're using one of those unsuppressed. But also, largely, there are a lot of new players in the game, and they can't potentially tell the difference as to what a scav is using versus what a player is using, as long as they're unsuppressed. So that's my thought. If you want to be stealthy, go about it with unsuppressed, and if you fire smartly and you do it all stealthily, you have a better chance of blending into your environment and hiding in plain sight. Now, I'd love your comments. Tell me what you think about this. If you still use suppressors for other reasons, love to hear why. And then, hey guys, if you can, like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks.
I am very, very sneaky, sir.